Cole Caufield had a pretty damn good Friday night to say the least. Ahead of warm-ups for his first professional game with the Laval Rocket, it was announced that Cole Caufield, or Goal Caufield as Habs fans like to call him, won the Hobey Baker Award, and then his encore performance, he went out and scored 2 goals and added an assist in his debut for the Laval Rocket and didn't look out of place whatsoever. In fact, he looked flat out dominant at times and at home in the pro environment. Let's cap it all off with his second game where he scored his second game winner in as many nights. And on Saturday, you began to see exactly what Habs fans have been talking about for a long time. The Habs have an elite goal-scoring prospect in Cole Caufield, and it's only a matter of time before he shows up with the big club in Montreal. The Montreal Canadiens haven't had a prospect like Caufield that they've gotten the actual chance to develop in who knows how long. They've had some top picks, whether that be Alex Galchenyuk or Jesperi Kotkaniemi, but both were immediately inserted into the National Hockey League, and there's question marks about whether or not that was the right call in both situations. There hasn't been any rushing done with Caufield though whatsoever. He had the chance to turn pro already last season, but he and the Canadiens decided it was in his best interest to go back to Wisconsin, and it appears that paid dividends for the elite goal scorer. He scored at every level he's been at, and he scored in bunches in doing so. The excitement is real around Cole Caufield, and it won't be long before he's making his much anticipated debut for the Montreal Canadiens. It's very clear they still have that goal scoring need up front. The Montreal Canadiens head into tomorrow's trade deadline with some very interesting possibilities. The Canadiens don't have as difficult of a salary cap situation anymore, with Brendan Gallagher being placed on long-term injured reserve with a fractured thumb. The team isn't as pressed on the cap anymore and could potentially go out and make some moves ahead of the deadline. Whether that's on the back end where the team has a pressing need to add a puck-moving defenseman remains to be seen, but there is little doubt in Montreal that Bergevin is working the phones and trying to improve his club. I keep coming back to the notion that Vince Dunn out of St. Louis would be the perfect partner to pair with Shea Weber. This is a player that has great possession numbers and great skating ability, along with the ability to man a power play unit. The Canadiens have a ton of picks and prospects to be able to make this type of deal work, and it's been known around league circles that Dunn is available to be had in a trade, and the Canadiens have a clear need and ability to make this type of trade happen. There also feels to be too much depth up front for the Habs to consider adding another body unless it's an impact one, which you would assume would come down the middle or on the left wing, in which case it's a very big buyer's market right now. It would be surprising in the least to not see Marc Bergevin at least do something ahead of Monday's trade deadline for the Montreal Canadiens. We know Cole Caufield should be in a Habs uniform, whether that's in the coming days or coming weeks. He could be a big addition for this club, but the back end is the clear area of need for this Habs club, and I would be very surprised if Marc Bergevin didn't go out and add a defenseman ahead of Monday's trade deadline. That's it for me today from Cook's Corner. As always, put your comments down in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of Cole Caufield and his professional debut, and what the Canadiens really need ahead of tomorrow's trade deadline, and if that type of deal can come to fruition. I'm Zach Cook. We'll see you later.